So if you have to have it, that's for you. Because I know you'll stay consistent, you'll do what you have to do to get there. Here's the amazing part. Here's an amazing part. If you do this effectively, of course, it's one part of it. Here, within 6 to 12 months, you'll be in great shape. In 18 months, you'll do your 5 figures monthly. Is that good or great? Great. And we're not just talking nonsense because we got people who've done it already. We know that. And you talk and listen to somebody who's already done it several times. So, if you want to make a couple of thousand a month, you don't need this. I can just imagine some of you saying, after this is done. By the way, I'm always told, Ramin, you made it sound a lot tougher than it is. Because it's not complicated. It's work. Okay? But somebody says, that's tough to be able to do this every day or 2-3 times a week or whatever. That's not tough. You know what's tough? 9 to 5 for 40 years is tough. That's tough. This is not tough. All right? So, 1% or the 99%. If more than 1%, that's for you. If you're not part of the 1%, it's okay. I know some people don't have those type of goals. And that's okay. All I'm saying, don't be scared that this is what you got to do. You don't have to do this. If you want to make a couple of thousand a month or 3,000, you can do that easily without this. This is for the 1%. The very first thing that I do with my people is, it's called Pathway to 5 Figures. That's monthly. And I first of all clear out some myth of the industry. Let me clear the myth of the industry. Myth number 1, you don't get paid for signing people. That's myth number 1. So what's the myth number 1? All right, can I ask you for a favor? Because of our schedule we've had the last 3 weeks or so, especially the last 3 days, we haven't got much sleep. The only thing I asked when I came to Catherine Nash and his gang and said, I need some of your energy tonight. So I need to draw that. Thank you. Thank you. You give me your energy and I'll work hard for you. Is that good? All right. Myth number 1 is? Good. Here's myth number 2. It's going to come as a shock to some of you. You don't get paid for selling products either. You don't get paid for selling products either. Myth number 2. What? You don't get paid for signing people up? You don't get paid for selling? Then why do we get paid? There's only one thing you get paid for. One thing only. And that's doing presentations. That's it. That's it. Because when you do presentations, one of 3 things will happen. They'll join you, they become as a distributor, they become a customer, or they're not interested. 2 or 3 is positive. Nothing happens until you you present the opportunity. So my goal always was, part of my team, I always wanted to have the most proficient presenters. If we could do that with your team, you'll have no worries. If we can do that, make sure that your people are trained. That's why we do workshops and our boot camps. That's why we have our business just taking off so quickly. That's why we have the activity ratio every month. Triple the industry average. We force our people at our boot camps to present. And we've seen people who didn't come to boot camp for 6 months, didn't present once. We have people who have been boot camp for a year, didn't present once. They show up to the boot camp. Steve Rowe can tell you that. All of a sudden, their checks start to go up. They start to do presentation. Why? In a friendly environment, they get the first one out. So, that's what we want to do, presentations. What Path for the 5 Figures is, it keeps you focused. It keeps you process-oriented. Not end result-oriented, process-oriented. I want you to focus on one thing. Your job is not to sign people up or sell them the products. Your job in that appointment is to what? Present. There's a big difference in attitude here. Because here's what happens. If you don't sign them up, your attitude is up here when you go in. You do the tour. He's even interested, but he's just not ready to sign up yet. At the end of the appointment, your attitude is down here. Because you went in with the expectation of getting them signed up. And guess what? He knows it too. He knows it. Because your attitude is different. But if your job there just to throw this at you, and you know what I used to say to people? Listen, we're going to do this today. We're going to have a coffee. I'm going to throw the facts on the floor. I won't even give it to you. You pick up what you got, what makes sense to you out of it. You pick them up. Because I don't want them to think I'm going to sign them up to close them. We don't close anybody. Convince one against his will, he's off the same opinion still. Right? So, if I can get you guys focused on just the process, you cannot fail. Cannot fail. Get this sheet open. Now, it's an accelerated plan. It's a 6 to 18 months. It's an action plan that I need you to focus on. On the left side, first of all, the rewards. Everything we do is for rewards, right? I was willing to do it. Everything we do is for rewards. So what you want to do, once you reach your 5 figures, what's that going to do for you? Money itself means nothing, right? It's what money can do for you. By the way, if you're one of those guys that say money's not important, come and see me afterwards. Money is important. Very important. If you don't think money is important, you just don't know where to shop. Here's another one. It doesn't bring happiness. I don't believe that either. I don't think money makes anybody depressed. I think if somebody's depressed, it's not because of the money. But here's the thing. If I'm going to be depressed anyways, I'd rather be depressed in style. The problem is a lot of people just use it as excuses, scapegoats. Forensic is not about that. It's not a place for that. So don't get offended, please. My job is one thing, to get one of you to become the next millionaire. That's all. Take what you can out of it. So I'm going to throw the facts on the floor. You get what you take off. You pick up what you can, what you want, okay? All right. On the left, you write down why you're working this hard for. Now on the right, remember, it's okay to be a part-time distributor. It's wonderful. Most of us start that way. Most of us. But you can't be a sometime distributor, and you got to understand the difference. So we're going to make you, Forensic is going to hold you responsible, being part-time. On the right-hand side, it says, my weekly agenda. So let's assume, Adrian, you work full-time, and you got a family and all that. You decide. The beautiful part is you get to choose. You get to do that. You don't get to do that in jobs. Adrian says, I can do this Monday and Wednesday. Wonderful. Write down Monday and Wednesday. You get to choose how many days. The only thing you don't get to choose for is this. You don't get to choose to work 7 days in a row. I want you to have your day off. I want you to have your 2 days off. Now, I know Reza doesn't listen to that. He works 7 days a week in his team. But I want you to have your 2 days off. 5 days is the max you're going to go as a full-time networker. Part-time, you choose. Now, Adrian decided it's Monday and Wednesday. Now your daily agenda. What time in those days? We're going to identify that like a job. Is it daytime, nighttime? Okay, Adrian says, you know what? I could allocate 3 hours. I'll go from 6 to 9. 6 to 9, Monday to Wednesday. Wonderful. Write it down. Now, nothing other than family emergency or health issues keeps you away from your part-time business. The minute you deviate, the first time you deviate, you become a sometime MLMer. 95%. This doesn't matter anymore. Now I understand, look, things come